Thank you. Well, there are a lot of exciting things there.
Yeah.
I just hope and pray that they can actually develop the sport in Nigeria, because that is what is crucial. You know, we actually talked about this All African Games thing, where a situation whereby you have each country gets to decide the sports that will be included in the game. If they have a general body whereby they know the kind of sports they want, just like you have at the Olympics and all that, then definitely you wouldn't have some sports being scrapped and saying, hey, you cannot participate after you've qualified. So it's really painful, and that would have actually be a kind of a build-up for the Nigerian team to actually perform well in this particular one.
I absolutely agree. I don't know if Taya agrees with that as well.
Yeah, definitely, and hopefully not qualifying for the Rio 2016 is not much of a major setback for the sport in the country. Like Intensa said, the talents are there. We've got some really decent players that are based in England as well. So hopefully going forward, you know, the authorities in charge of the sport in the country can actually put together something really nice, a proper plan.
Like you said, yeah,
it's a wake-up developmental plan for the sport to grow in Nigeria.
Okay, all right. I don't know, perhaps we have some tweets we want to take. But definitely, before we do that, don't forget, as we always talk about the show, your responses are highly welcome. Get to us on our feedback mechanism. Yes, you can email us at sportsthismorning@channelstv.com. On Facebook, we're at channels, or we're channels hyphen sports, and of course on Twitter we're at channels_sports. We'd like to hear your views. Of course, the Super Eagles, hashtag Super Eagles on that one. Claude Leroy, who finally quits as the coach of Congo. Hashtag World Tour Finals, Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic. You can also get talking on that. Hashtag Black Stallions as well, if you want to talk about rugby. We've already set the ball rolling, talking about the agenda on how things can or should move forward for rugby in Nigeria. And of course, you can also hashtag the World Cup qualifiers. Nigeria, you already know, are through to the group phase. So let's hear from you. All right, I have one tweet here, interesting one, and it's all about talking about the Super Eagles game from Ukechukwu Isaac at Agubuchi. I hope I got that right. It says, good morning, guys. Did you observe the Eagles played most of yesterday's game, attacking from the right, couldn't switch play? Says it's too bad.
Okay. Well, I'm not the coach.
Perhaps that was the discussion going into the game. Perhaps that was the weakness Sunday Oliseh noticed in the opposition, and that's why they decided to attack that particular
Every
wing.
game with his own strategy.
Yeah, definitely. Imagine when the coach of Swaziland had to say that he was confused by the kind of tactics he used, in the sense that the players that started the game was not the players he was expected. So it kind of threw him off balance. So I think he did the right thing. What is important is they got the
job done.
That is it. So whatever tactics you're going to use,
once
get
again,
the job done.
you didn't get a convincing.
You didn't get a 5-0 win.
Well, it's
they had to wait 52 minutes to get the
first
goal.
What was going through my mind in the first 45 minutes? I was like, hey, not another goalless draw. I mean, I just can't handle it, because once again, 2 penalties. But second half, I have to say 1 or 2 things to the boys. Hey, look, we are here to get results. I remember $20,000 is just waiting.
$20,000.
Just come on, just give me.
So they end up with $40,000.
You actually mentioned 80, right? 80,000.
Yeah, 80,000, like $80,000, and that was what he got. So I hope that will be enough to go around for the players.
Yeah, but the game itself, they got the job done. It wasn't a fantastic performance by any means at all.
Some would disagree.
No, what do you mean?
When you win a game, that is all.
That is all that matters.
Yeah, but then it doesn't mean the performance is fantastic. In a football match, you can have a fantastic result and a fantastic performance. We got a good result yesterday, but the performance was nothing fantastic. Simple.
Okay. Maybe the coaches are listening, so according to Tyler, let's put up a fine performance, and then the victories perhaps will be more meaningful. It's still sports this morning. Let's take this one from the game, of course, Nigeria against Swaziland in Port Harcourt, while we catch our breath for a moment, and then the show continues right after this.
And it's a good run, and the header there. Oh, well, I do not believe this. The flag had gone up, probably wouldn't have counted, but what a miss that must go down as for Swaziland on a platter of gold, and they had already fluffed their lines here.
If I thought Odion Igalo's opportunity a couple of minutes ago was good, then this one has to go down really as the best chance of the half. The Nigerian defense they were caught sleeping where the flag may have gone up. Well, it actually didn't go up because that was a gilt-edged opportunity missed by Swaziland and had to mount time for the Super Eagles. How they managed to fashion that opportunity, have 2 touches in the 6-yard box without Nigeria intervening, well, it beats me, but it tells you they could be dangerous on the break.
That's also a message for Efe Ambrose and co in the Nigerian defensive area. Efe Ambrose, Chimakas, Paul Onobi, well, especially Austin Obarakwa as well, that they've got to be very careful because the way the Swazis carved out that opportunity, it was from a dead ball, and the lesson there is not to give away free. Simon Moses. We have quite a few good free kick takers in the Globe Premier League. None of them is here today. And oh, what a goal that was! Moses Simon finally breaks the duck here. What the fans have been waiting for. That's what the doctor recommended. And that prescription spot on here for Nigeria. They finally make hay. And how that was needed.
It's been a long time we've not seen Nigerians do this for the Super Eagles. They run up, exquisite, they finish. That was just fabulous. Nothing Webu could do here. And of course, the attempted dummy by Bono, it really came up very nicely. And you can see what it means to the Nigerian bench. Odion Igalo has really put every foot wrong since the game has started.
Moses Simon, the easiest of tap-ins, and he blasts the ball straight at goalkeeper Webu Lamla, who very gratefully cuddles the ball like a baby. Look at that, it was so nonchalant to his face. And Paul Onobi, give him credit, he doesn't waste time, he doesn't dilly-dally. Odion Igalo, oh, what a save that was! What an astonishing save from goalkeeper Webu Lamla. At least Odion Igalo got it on menacing. And Nigeria wants to be very careful and watch them very closely. This could be really, oh, what a save that was. That very nearly got Carl Ikeme off his line. It caught him unawares. He swung back and leant back and really was agile enough to pat the ball over the bar.
Jabulon Levu nearly turning himself to a hero. His country will never forget. That was a super lob. And Ikeme, just so poor that he has to suffer an injury. The free kick is fitting, and that's a second goal for Nigeria. Finally, Nigeria puts the game beyond the reach of Swaziland.
Efe Ambrose has really learned to score for Nigeria. He seems to enjoy it, and look at that depth. Really class.
Well, he did it just like any striker in the world. And how about that delivery from Iwono?